Okay, I think I am. Wait, maybe? I don't know. Alright, try to join now, Jesus.
But
I think I am live.
this broadcast has been stopped.
What the fuck? It's just lying to me.
It says, wait. Watch broadcast. This is on the party now. Not go
Okay.
watch it. For
Yo, for
some
real?
reason, yeah. For some reason, the party. I mean, when the invite wasn't working, but
Okay,
oh yeah,
maybe,
it does say
maybe.
log into YouTube. Does that matter?
Just log in real quick.
Yeah, facts. They even have YouTube downloaded. Oh, I do have it downloaded. Actually, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't even know my thing, to be honest with you.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got you. Right now. Because I am no thanks. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
I logged into YouTube and it says please quit the application. The fuck?
Oh, that would be. Oh, there we go. Click on that link.
I don't even.
Click on the link I sent you on Snapchat. Maybe.
There we go. I have it on my phone now.
Yeah, let me know if it has our voices, because I don't know if I fucked up the settings or not. Let me know if it has our voices. Oh,
It has
yes,
your
it does.
voice.
Yes, it does. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, wait. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna put it on my phone. I mean on my
Oh
my
my god,
PlayStation.
guys, I have a viewer.
Domination.
I don't know how you can tell.
Oh my god. Mark, are you watching this?
Capture the objective.
Look what I just joined in. Look what I just joined into. Jesus, you seeing this?
Yeah.
You see what I just fucking joined into?
Bringing disruptor online.
Oh, you can hear my voice in there? Oh, you can. That's crazy. Yo, why the fuck does
Mark,
my voice sound like that?
your voice is probably not shared in the party. In the party setting.
Yo, why the fuck does my voice sound like that? Yo, I don't like my voice, bro.
No one likes their
Yo,
own voice.
what the fuck is good with my YouTube thing? There we go. Close application.
There we go. Now we got the whole trifecta going on.
Alright.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, for the fellow viewers out there who aren't really up to date, so Jesus kind of opened himself up to me in a way that I didn't really think so.
Okay,
You know.
alright.
Now I was getting the sign that he maybe might have wanted to suck my dick.
Yeah.
But in reality, I knew he really did. You know. So he came out the closet quite literally. I just don't feel a way about him, you know? Given the fact that he's my Lord and Savior, it just kind of feels unholy in a way. Alright, fuck it. Let's get on some Black Ops.
So people really don't play Modern Warfare. They still play this game.
People play it, just not as much. There's a new COD shit. I think.
I think a lot of
It's
people
ass.
hate it so much already that They're just
Whoa, what character is it? Why does your guy look like that?
It's Infernal.
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, look at my skins. Oh, I got you.
It's a delay, so it's like I'm looking at your camo over here talking about skins.
Oh, I forgot. I got this dude. He's from the Black Plague.
Yo, that looks crazy.
I think he was from a special order. Not really sure.
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay, you got your drug lord right here. I think that's his actual thing. Oh no, Robert. He's essentially a person. Now, the real dude that I fucking love right here is this guy. Fucking looks dope.
I know who it is. Oh my god.
Mark, you
Yeah,
remember this
how'd you
skin?
get these?
Sexy.
You remember this skin? This skin was fucking crazy when it first dropped.
That shit is crazy.
How you get these? Well now, alright, little self-promo.
I got just the
You can earn absolutely everything through reserves, which is this little thing right here. Which is what I'm gonna do right now. Do my contract.
You played beautiful before. I played with him before.
looking for something.
Yeah, but he
Just haven't
probably
been
doesn't
this
know
update.
all this shit that just happened.
He don't know the good shit.
Oh yeah, just to show you, I know it's a delayed, but I literally have every gun now. Like absolutely every Mark II, every Mastercraft and everything like that came out in the reserves, got it.
I got it.
Nope, I got it.
Death is an old friend.
My AirPods up. Fuck.
Oh.
And well,
So Mark, what did you do today?
I tried to study again. I
I don't know what studying means or is.
I could tell.
Same way how I don't know how to start a paper until it's the last minute to do so.
Oh my god.
This procrastination thing is just fucking horrible, I'll be honest.
It'll never stop. It's just a part of you.
I've
It is
literally
Keep
told
it
myself
tight.
I'm gonna stop. This is the week where I do all my work. And it's never been the week. Let's just say
You're
that.
just lying to yourself, alright? Don't be a liar.
I know. It's, you know, like maybe if I do like an ultimatum, alright? If I don't
You will follow.
If I don't stop procrastinating, I'll kill myself. So,
Oh my
with heavy heart, guys, I think I'm gonna kill myself. So, that's what I mean. So, what I actually wanted to talk about, Jesus, was about the whole rescheduling thing, the escape room thing. Alright, now Mark, what days are you available?
It'll probably be best for like a Wednesday, a Thursday, or a weekend.
Hey, that's what I said.
No, Wednesday, Thursday, or weekend. Alright, what time Wednesday?
In the evening,
God. Evening, like what time evening?
like 6 or later.
6 or later. I can actually do 6 or later. More particularly
I
later.
could also do something later. I could do anytime.
Alright. So, Wednesday,
Potential
7.
collapse detected. Advise
that
relocation
sound
to
good?
indicated safe zone.
Yeah.
Sound good? Sound good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Who's our fourth?
Natalie set the reminder if she works. So,
Still on him.
how much outfit this is? Huh?
I gotta text him right now. Will she answer? I don't know. But I can
Maybe.
text- Yeah, probably she would. If she's awake because she sees it. If we're good on that date, I'll text her. Reduce, are we good?
Yeah.
I'm good on the date. I'm good on the date. I just need to know so I can book the room.
Let me text her.
Well, not book the room, but reserve our spots. Oh, and some bullshit, right? So remember how I said I finally got direct deposit on my account thing? Yeah. So apparently, when I get direct deposit, they're gonna give me one more check, which makes no sense as to why would I set up a direct deposit if they're still gonna give me one more check. The whole point was to avoid that. So I found that out with the whole squad. I found that out the hard way. Alright? My friend gave me the advice, and so I was like, well, fuck, I wish I would have known this, so I would have picked up the check earlier. So I drive.
Hey, the guy that you just killed had your skin.
Yeah. Yes, he did. So I go ahead and drive over there, and turns out they didn't get no fucking check at all. Like no checks came in today. Like no checks, and I'm like, well, I said, and so I go there, right? I'll be honest, there was a group like of Asian people, something like that, or they tourists or something like that. So I had to wait in line, and I go, and she's like, I can't help you with that. I don't know what to say. The things didn't come in, so I was like, all right, look.
Did he go off?
Ooh.
Oh damn!
Watch what's about to happen. So I'm like, look, you know, I set up direct deposit. I just want to know, like, what's the whole thing about? And she was just like, nah, I can't help you at all with that. I'm like, whatever. But like, I fucking wasted my time doing all that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell.
And so now I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna have to do with the check. You know? I still need the money. Ah.
What?
But I'm gonna be around there tomorrow, alright? Did you just see what happened? Or no?
No, I was reacting.
You saw that fucking 4-piece I just fucking had? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there tomorrow because I have like a mandatory training thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's really crazy.
Wait,
I'm
I
like,
just realized I'm like responding to what you're saying to the like I'm like wait.
I said yeah, I saw it. That's why I like paused. I was like, oh, okay. Cool.
My team is here, but they're putting on. Let's see. What are they doing? Oh, downstairs. I'm gonna have to be there tomorrow for mandatory training. So, I'm gonna just have to like figure it out there. But like, I kinda want the money. Kinda need the money. No, fucking. Again, seems to just sitting, just chilling. And so, I don't know, hopefully. But that second job, bro, holy crap. It was just today, bro, just today. I made like 50, I think. 50 or 40.
Oh, for real.
3-star.
Yeah, that's 3 stars still fucking gets me.
Get to safety.
60-40, it's not that bad. I mean, or 40 to 50. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
In one day. You know what I mean? Oh wow, yeah, I could do this. Oh, I knew you fucking. And apparently today, do you guys know McKenna?
Who?
There's a girl named McKenna.
No.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about like you know shit we're gonna do over the break and shit like that, right? The typical thing, right? And she was trying to like tell me, right, that she has like a family business and all that shit, right? And she's saying like they're stable and shit like that, but then she was just trying to make it seem like she's not living a really good life. And I'm over here like, I'm pretty sure I'm like low middle class. And you're gonna talk to me about
Supply drop
a
incoming.
family business you guys had for like over 50 years. You know what I mean? That is like clearly successful. But you mean to tell me, oh no, it's really rough. I didn't want to say to your face, like, you know, cause like, you know how like some people are rich and they don't know they're rich,
Yeah.
right? And like, alright, like if I wish people knew if they were rich or not, cause then they'd be more quiet about a lot of things, you know. And but like I can just hear her saying all this shit, right? And I'm like, I can't even relate, you know. She was just saying like, but she did tell me like something that happened where it's like they're invested in their business, where it's like they don't take any days off like that, right? And she was saying that like for her graduation, they didn't really they weren't even there, except for her mom that came kind of late, right?
Damn.
I mean, in
That
that
sucks.
sense, yeah, it's bad. But
Still though.
I'd rather have that issue than like, you know, actually worrying about like
Yeah. Just when
that,
you're brought up in that lifestyle,
yeah,
you don't really see, you know, you don't
yeah,
really know
exactly.
until you,
Like, you know,
some things you
the
don't
small
know until you
loan
go
of
through
$1
them.
million type of thing, you know.
Damn.
And then like,
Jesus is passed out.
What?
oh,
He's still responding to the stream.
but that's what I mean. And she was just telling me this shit. She was like, you've always had to work for Christmas and all that stuff. Like, we have to do all this shit. And I'm like, you guys could just hire more people. It seems like you're profitable. I literally see, like, your typical rich neighbor house from Google Maps, you know what I mean? And she's gonna tell me, oh, we want to keep the business tight fit. And I'm like, what the hell does tight fit mean? In my head. But and I'll just like, I can't, I just couldn't, you know? It could have been worse though, you know what I mean? She could have been more spoiled about it, but like, her telling me her issues, and I'm just like, wow. What the fuck? I'll be honest, like, I wish I was rich, you know? I wish I won
Don't
the
we all?
lottery. Yeah, don't we all wish we won the lottery?
Everybody except Jesus, just cause why not?
What would be the first thing you'd do if you won the lottery?
Tell my parents.
You tell your
Because they're
that'd
gonna
be the
make
first
fun choose than I am. $1
Like,
million
alright.
worth of PlayStation cards.
Low key though, if you win the lottery, I feel like some of that money would be probably better spent like being like a stockholder or something like that. With that much money, you could probably like have a good percentage of Sony, you know what I mean? Or PlayStation themselves.
Right before the PS5 comes out. Oh my god, it's perfect.
I don't know. If I became a millionaire, or if I won the lottery, right? Like the Mega Millions or whatever, right? I'd brag about it for a little bit for the people I hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just some people that are just like, oh, fuck you and everything is going for. I think I'd be smart with it. I mean, you hear the stories about how like people would go bankrupt even after they win the lottery and all that shit. I don't think I'd be able to.
Yeah, that ain't me.
I mean, it could also be just like, oh, that's what everyone's gonna say, but in reality, yeah, you all turn out poor.
I think it depends on your personality.
But low
Like
key,
I've always been more
I
conservative.
think I will be like spending hella fucking shit on like nothing, bro. Like if I literally see like I'll buy like the most expensive fucking candy bar just because I can. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that shit would happen to me.
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated
Jesus, we need to
safe
hear
zone is
your
advised.
opinion on these things. Talk.
I don't even know, man.
This nigga dead. Are you in a coma?
Wait,
like a
did
food
you
coma?
tell Mark about the whole situation thing?
Wait, hold on. I'm like It's because I'm listening to you guys talk right now, and then I'm hearing it come back to me in the broadcast. So I'm like tripping the fuck
Just
out,
watch
man.
the
You're like extra
broadcast
dumb.
without the audio, man.
Yeah, let's turn off the audio.
You don't need to
Probably
hear
don't know what the fuck we
yourself
saying.
again. He's gonna be
I
like,
just heard
alright.
you guys say turn off the audio, so I'm gonna turn off the audio right now.
Okay, good job. Just think
Well, before I do, I want to hear my voice one
This
last
is
time. so
hilarious,
my
bro.
Do like a public service announcement through my broadcast.
Alright, there we go. I heard my voice one last time, so.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
So, did you tell Mark about the whole situation?
No, Mark, I'll tell you about the situation right now. Alright, so basically, hold on, let me. Oh wait, my volume's still bro, I'm sorry. Alright, so basically, so Mighty, right? Her ex, right? Started texting her again about a week ago, and let's say, alright, so for a month, he like completely stopped texting her because he left it off by him saying, like, oh, I fucking hate you, like, I'm completely over you, I don't want to talk to you anymore, whatever, and stuff like that, right?
One of them.
Yeah, but then a month had passed by, and he blew up out of the blue. I was like, oh, so my mom told me that you actually called her, like, apologizing about the whole thing and stuff like that. Right? So then my dude was like, oh, that's not true, which it wasn't true because she told me herself that she didn't do that because his mom is kind of weird. Like, she does questionable things for no reason when it comes to handling. Or when it comes to being like a parent in a relationship, whatever, it's just like kind of like, I don't know. She was doing some things that just weren't adding up. She was doing things and saying things that just weren't adding up. And this was an example of one of those things where she told her own son that her ex called her instead of apologizing about the breakup, but that never happened.
Yeah.
So then basically, he was like, oh, you know, I thought I was completely over you, but all I've been doing recently is thinking about you. Like, I've been staying up at night, thinking about you and stuff like that, and, like, I still think that we could be a thing or whatever. And then Mighty was like, oh, no, I don't think it's gonna work out like that anymore. And then he was like, oh, why do you think it's gonna be like that? Because you found someone that's like better or whatever. Someone like it, like that has like patience or is better understanding, smarter, like taller, he's well dressed or whatever, or is it because you just completely, huh? I don't even know what the fuck my dad said. Whatever the point is, he was like, oh, you found someone well dressed, or is it because you completely lost feelings for me and you don't think about me like that anymore, or you just whatever. And then Mighty was like, oh, all three of those are the reasons why. And then he was like, oh, damn, that hurt OD.
That shit did hurt.
He was like, yeah, that shit hurt OD. And then he was like, oh, is it Jesus, LMFAO, whatever? Please tell me it's him. And then Mighty was like, oh, it's not him. And then, well, even though obviously it is me.
No.
But then later on, she ended up telling him, oh, it is Jesus, and the only reason I'm telling you is because I genuinely like him, and I actually like where things are going, and I want this to work out with him. She said that a lot, and I was like surprised that she said that. I was like, oh shit, you know, that actually means a lot to me. But the point is, she started hitting her up like every day. Like, I'd be chilling with Mighty, just like sitting next to her and shit. And then we'd just be talking, and then we're watching like The Mandalorian or some bullshit or whatever. And then like a text message or a phone call will come up from Dylan, and I just look at her phone, I'm just like, bruh, I'm dead. And so point is, I found out that they be texting each other every day, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't initiate any of the conversations at all. Like, he'll text her first, or he'll call her first or whatever. But according to her, everything is like dry as fuck. Like, the conversations are dry as fuck because she makes it dry as fuck. And she tries to make him realize, according to her. I've only seen a couple messages, but according to her, the rest of it is just her telling Dylan that she's like wanting to be over, like she's completely over him. So then, you know, I had to ask her the question because I was obviously wondering whether she was 100% over him or not, and she was like, "Oh, I honestly thought I wasn't going to be, especially because he's hitting me up. I thought I was gonna gain feelings for him again or something." But if I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm 100% with him and I'm 100% into you. So then I was like, okay, bet, like that's good then. And then so the point is, everything's going well. I'm still like paranoid or whatever. And it turns out that yesterday, so Mighty, the thing about her is she takes the bus to go to work, right? And when she takes the bus, it takes about like an hour or two to get there from Caldwell. So Thursday when I was chilling with her, she was heading out, whatever. She got on the bus, she was talking to me, whatever, and then she had to stop talking to me because her phone was like on 3%, and then she couldn't let her phone die because she needed it to board onto the next bus, right?
Makes sense.
So then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just text you back when I get more battery on my phone." And then I was like, "Alright, but that's cool." So it turns out that when she tried boarding her second bus, hold on.
Mark, are you on the stream?
Robin?
Are you on the stream?
I just left it. Why should I come back?
Oh. I was just gonna say, like, I just got the gun that I accidentally melted my teammate with. Again, accidentally.
Oh my, never fucking forget. Never. Okay, keep going with the story. This was going on the bus. Your second bus. Jesus.
Robin?
She was going on her second bus.
Oh yeah, so she was going on her second bus. Give me a second, actually, hold on. Alright, so basically she was boarding, so she needed to save her battery for, so that she could use it to board onto the second bus, because she has
No
like,
problem,
an app installed on her phone, whatever, which makes it easier for her to board onto the bus, whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways, point is, so when she's about to board the second bus, she realizes that if she takes that bus, she's gonna make it late to work. And the thing about making it late to work is that her job works like this, right? So they work with a whole like point system, and if you start off at 0, and if you get to 6 points, you're fired, no matter like what position you are in that job, whether you're the manager or things, so like that. This is Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret at Jersey Gardens.
Why so far?
Well,
I have a lot of questions and a lot of things to say, but I'm just gonna let you finish.
Gotcha. Well, to her, the thing is, that's actually not that far from her house. I think it's only like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. From Caldwell, it's not that far either. It's just that when she takes the bus. It's just that when she takes the bus, it takes a while. The point is, she realized that if she were to board that second bus, she was gonna make it late to work, and she couldn't make it late to work because she has 4.5 points. Meaning she's literally, yeah, she has 4.5 points.
She a bad bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has 4.5 points as of right now. And the thing is, when you start working, so when you start working at that place, right? You start off with 0. Yeah, you start off with 0. But your first 30 days, instead of like 6 points, if you get up to 3 points, you're fired. After the 3 days, they'll give you the extra 3 points.
Wait, after the 30 days or 3 days?
No. After the 30 days. So the first 30 days of you working there, you have 0 points. But if you get to 3 points, you're fired. And after the 30 days of you working there, so basically after a month, you'll have like 6 points. Like you have up to 6 points. To get, and then you have 6 points as your cap. So
wait, does it reset like yearly or 6 months?
It resets every 6 months.
Okay, that's not bad.
So it resets for her in like I think like 2-3 months, something like that. I don't even know. But the thing is, she's at 4.5, right? So she was like, I can't get late to work. So what ended up happening was that she called up her ex and was like, oh, can you do me a huge fucking favor and come pick me up? That way I can get to work on time. And her ex ended up saying like, yeah, no problem, like, I'm on my way right now. So he ended up picking her up, and then I don't remember much about what she said about how the car ride or anything like that, but she ended up saying how, I think she said it wasn't that awkward or wasn't awkward at all. I don't remember what she said about the conversation that they had in the car. I don't know if they had. I don't know if they had any sort of conversation. What happened?
Fucking lost. To the last fucking dude. What was it called? Oh,
alright, so
my fucking headset on my phone. But yeah, so she was, I don't remember much of what she said about the conversation that they had or didn't have in the car. I don't remember what exactly happened in there. But what ended up happening,
I left them one cent. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Holy shit.
So what happened was,
so what ended up happening was that he dropped her off at his gardens, whatever, and she said thanks. And then he ended up either calling her or texting her and saying like, oh, I feel like you're using me. And then Mighty ended up getting really mad that he said that, and then he ended up apologizing, and Mighty was like, oh, like, you're always saying stupid shit. And then she told me like, that's why me and him are never gonna work out, because we're always arguing and stuff like that. And then I was just like, when she was just telling me that, all that stuff, I was just like staying there like quiet and shit. I didn't even know what to say. And so then after that, I ended up texting her today because I talked about this with like 3 other people, and I was like, I don't even know, like, guys, what should I say, or should I
I'll tell you what you should say. Don't worry, I got lots to say.
And then I ended up texting her about it, and then she responded, and she was like, because I ended up texting her let's see if it's, I don't think it's saved in the chat. I think I only saved what she said. Hold on.
I mean, you could just tell me generally.
She said, alright, so I asked her about, like, I told her I was kind of, like, a little bothered by the fact that I know that you guys still, like, text each other, like, every day, and that he still calls you and stuff like that. And it's just, like, I don't even know how to feel about this shit. And then she was like, oh, I already told him to stop and shit, so it's, like, done. He's not bugging me like how he was before, so you don't have to worry, baby, I'm all yours. So then I was like, okay, but other than that, that's basically it.
Okay, so I could go.
Yeah, you can go.
I'm gonna start off by saying this.
Let it rip.
It's gonna rip. And I'm gonna be honest. Well, in most situations, like, you know, I'd say in this case you're getting treated wrong. But I'd say, you know, she's wrong for treating you this way, but at the same time you're wrong for not speaking up about it and allowing it to keep happening, and like you're kind of setting it like it's okay. So like if it's too late and you try to like be like, all right, you know what, I don't care if you told him to stop, you have to take the action, just block him or do whatever. So you might be like, oh well, how do I do that? Blah 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 reasons, you know, and that might turn into a big argument or whatever. Could happen. But I'm just saying, like, generally, like, you know, she's wrong for doing that, I think, and also like you're wrong for kind of accepting it, you know.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, I mean, like, here's my thing with texting, like, you know, like, I could understand, like, her not blocking someone who was, like, a guy friend, or, like, just, like, somebody in general, like, not her ex, like, you know, like, there might be some benefit coming out of that conversation, or you don't want to come off as too rude or a bitch, you know, but, like, in this case, like, it seems that she borderline hates the person, like, from what you hear, or what I hear. And she just doesn't want to block him, and she keeps entertaining the fact that they're text, like, she doesn't have to text back, she can just block him and it's all done, you know what I mean? Like, that's all it takes. Yeah. Like, my question, I don't know if you have the answer you ever asked, or she ever brought it up, but why doesn't she? Do you know, or like?
Nah, I have no idea.
Like, that's all she has.
I'm assuming it has to do with her worrying over him, like, doing something stupid, so she feels like, I guess she's like, she's kind of like, it's like a necessity. Like, she needs to respond to him to make sure that he's not gonna do anything stupid.
So,
but like she said it herself, yeah, kind of. But she said it herself, like, oh, if he ends up doing anything, that's not your fault. And I was like, yeah, word. If he does anything, that's literally on him. That's his decision. You have like nothing, like, you have no control over that. But I know, like like I know, like she still feels guilty. Like if he were to do anything, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. My dumbass cracked like a fucking terrible joke. I didn't even first of all, I just like to say it. I didn't even. It's not even a joke. Like I didn't even mean it as a joke. It just came out of me because my dumbass sometimes like when I think of shit and I try to make connections, I make like the wildest connections in my head. I never say it out loud though. I mean, I'll rarely ever say it out loud. But it was one of those moments where it just slipped out, right? So she was talking about like. She was talking about like, oh, like if you were to do anything stupid, like I feel like it would be my fault, even though it's not gonna be my fault. And then I was like, yeah, word. Like if he does anything, like that's on him. And she's like, yeah, word. And then I was like, lol, that would be like Ariana Grande with Mac Miller. Like he basically like, and she was like, knock on fucking wood right now. And then I was like, oh, bro, I'm sorry. Like I actually didn't mean to say that. Like that was just like a dumbass that I made in my head. Like that was like, but yeah. Point is,
I get it.
I compared this nigga to Mac Miller and the whole suicide thing. I mean, who really knows? Whatever. We're not gonna say it's suicide, but we're gonna say it's OD because that nigga did basically OD. But the point is, I compared it to that.
On this. I'm so confused.
All right, so
Mac Miller, he's a rapper.
All right,
right?
yeah, Mac Miller, the rapper. He dated. Yeah, he was a rapper. He dated Ariana Grande.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Hold on, actually. Have you guys seen the new Xbox thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys saw it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, check your stats real quick. Hold on.
I'm gonna say it. I don't care what it looks like. I just care what it performs like. That's what I mean. Unless it takes both.
Maybe this will change it now.
I saw the PS. Did you see the PS5 vacuum thing? I started dying. Yo.
Wait, what happened?
Yo, I'm gonna get it just for that, bro. Just for that reason.
Yo, I'm fucking dead, bro. Yeah. That's actually really funny. So they released with the new Xbox looks like, but have they released anything on PlayStation?
No, for sure.
No. Yo, I'm fucking. Wait, what? What happened to my seat?
Wait, Jesus, I wasn't done.
Gotcha, continue.
I got a lot more.
Oh wait, I have a little more to say too. I'm gonna just
okay.
So, alright, so basically, so when Mighty, so when Dylan started hitting up Mighty again, Dylan is her ex. So when Dylan started hitting up Mighty again, he was like saying things like, oh, like he was like, so I'll read you what he sent her. So I have like a little screenshot of it. He said, I had the feeling to text you about this today because I strongly believe that you will still be in my life. And then Mighty said, I don't know about that one. And then he said, and you don't know about that anymore because you found someone else that gives you attention, doesn't get you mad easily, understanding, well dressed, taller, etc. Or because you think it won't work out, or because you think, or because you completely got over me, and you think, and you don't think about me anymore, right? And then she said all three. And then he said, well, that hate VOD, are you genuinely happy? Please tell me as Jesus, LMFAO. And then he proceeded to say things like, oh, like, that's when Mighty said no, like, it's not him, whatever. I already said this, but there was a part of it. So, what's it called? I told Brandon about this earlier. I still don't understand what he really meant by this, because it was a little sus, I'm not even gonna lie. But, so this nigga was like, oh, because she was like, oh, it's not Jesus, and then he was like, oh, you know what, I don't even care who it is, like, I don't care if his dick is bigger than me, or if he fucks you better, I don't care, I don't care what it is that he has to offer, it's not better than whatever I can offer, like, I'm the better person for you, whatever, like, that's what he was basically trying to imply. And then I remember looking at Mighty and just be like, I guess I kind of get what he was saying there. And then Mighty was like, yeah, I get what he was saying. I get what he was trying to get, like, I get across. And I was like, yeah, I get it too, but that's a weird ass way to go about saying that shit, bro. Like, yeah. you could just
bartender good.
Yeah. Especially yeah, or you could have just said, like, oh, I'm the better person for you. Like, I don't care what he has to offer, whatever. Not such the whole other thing, though. Yeah. But the point is, yeah, he said that shit, so I was like, that's weird. Oh, and then the other thing that he said, right? So basically, Mighty had invited me to a party
Wow.
right? And the party that she's going to, Dylan is also gonna be there. So then, she was like saying how, all right. So Dylan asked her, he was like, oh, are you bringing Jesus? And then Marty was like, yeah. And then Dylan was like, perfect in all caps, right? And then Marty was like, oh wait, why? And then he was like, oh, because I really want to meet him. Like, I want to see who he is. I want to get to know who he is, right? And then Marty was like, okay. And then he was like, yeah, you should introduce us, right? And you should introduce me as your sexy ex Dylan. And I was like, this nigga, bruh. And then, after that, he, what's it called? He was like saying, like, Mighty told him, like, oh, you better not do anything stupid. Like, you better not, like, try and do something that's, like, yeah, just, like, control yourself. Don't do anything stupid. And he was like, yeah, like, trust me, I'm not the type of person to do that anyways. You know that I just want to get to know him or whatever. And then, point is, when Mighty had first told me about the whole, like party thing and, Dylan going there, this happened, like, about a month ago. I was like, oh, like, is Dylan going with his boys or whatever? And then Mighty was like, yeah, he is. And then, at the time, I was just me and her. Like,
Yeah.
I was, like, at the time, like, wait, what?
You set up.
Yeah, so then I was like, yeah, word. I was like, wait, hold up. Like, are his boys the type of guys that, like, are, like, they gas it up and, like, they try to start shit? And then Marty was like, yeah, they kind of are. And then I was like, alright, can I bring my boys then? And she was like, yeah, who do you want to bring? And then she was like, oh, do you want to bring Jeffrey? And
Bring
then
Trey.
yo, facts. And then she was like, yeah, you can bring Jeffrey. And I was like, alright, good, because if it comes to some shit, I am not trying to take 4 guys, like, by my own. Like, that shit is OD. Like, I'm not trying to get jumped or whatever. And then she was like, she was like, yeah, fact. She was like, oh, don't worry, like, that's not gonna happen. And I was like, alright, but just to make sure that some shit were to go down, I'm definitely bringing my boys with me, because I'm not going there stupid by myself.
Okay, so did you go or no?
No, this happens next Saturday.
Oh, so it's still not happening yet.
Today.
What happened?
Technically this Saturday.
Are you sure it's not this Saturday?
Yeah, technically this Saturday, because it's... No, wait,
Wait, so
no.
No, are you gonna go or no? That's the main thing.
No, it's not today, Is it today?
No,
Saturday?
but are you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
With Jeffrey?
As of right now, I'm pretty sure he did tell me he was going.
Just don't go without anybody.
Yeah, no, I know.
Obviously.
I'm definitely not going with just her, because if some shit were to go down, I'm not taking.
Okay, you're done.
Short like that.
I wanna.
Yeah, you can go.
All right. Oh, what should I start? I mean, how much longer? Well, in a way, you're allowing it to go on. In a way, it's happening, but like, how can you feel comfortable with this? I could get now. It's early, but like, imagine when it hits a year, 2 years. Like, when is this gonna stop? It's not gonna stop. You know what
exactly?
I mean? Like,
what do you like? Her responding to his messages,
or him in general. Like, in order to get over that, you need to disconnect. There's no disconnect.
The one thing that he said himself was that, I'm not gonna stop hitting you up. Until I know that you guys are officially together.
Just.
And then Mighty was like, oh, but I highly doubt like that's even gonna stop him from still hitting you up. And then
it's not. Like, he's too connected.
Yeah, word.
And even every day makes it worse. Like, honestly, like, every day makes it worse. Yeah. And like I'm thinking like how long? Like after a year, after 2, like goddamn, if y'all get married, is it still gonna be going on? Like how can
I think you're pushing it.
I know, but like seriously,
don't believe
like
in marriage. Nah, I feel like I said, like I told Jesus this. I was like, well, it's a good thing that at least he brought it up to you, and that he didn't have to find out the hard way. You know?
Yeah, that's the one thing I did actually appreciate from her, with how she was able to bring up these things to me.
Are you fucking?
Yeah, that's good.
And she was able to talk to me about it and stuff like that. And then she was open-minded when I brought it up to her, and she was like, yeah, I get it, whatever. So those are things that are definitely positives, but I don't know, I still feel like I have the right to be paranoid in a sense.
You have every right to be paranoid.
Yeah, because of what's happened in the past. And
I mean, if it was just friend, actual friend, not like any past. Okay, whatever. you have probably girlfriends too. It's fine. Like, gives a shit. But in this case, like, come on. Like,
Do you know if she's still in contact with him? Like, are they still texting?
yep.
Honestly, they definitely are. They probably are. I highly
But
doubt
did you
it's
make
her.
it clear that you're uncomfortable and you'd rather she not do it?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like
I mean,
no
there's
bullshit.
levels to it though. There's levels.
So you're just, or you're just like, yeah, you know, it kind of just bothers me, you know, and then you just moved on with it, or were you just like, hey, like, I don't really appreciate that you're doing this.
Or were you like, I don't know if I can keep going if this shit don't stop? Not like that, but you know, like in a more civilized way. But just, that's the general message. Because if
Nah,
you say
just
that,
like-
then she'll probably be like, whoa, like.
Goddamn bitch, the fuck, you know.
No, I just simply told her that I wasn't feeling comfortable with the whole thing, like knowing that they're still texting each other and stuff like that. And then that's when she said the response that I already read to you guys. But like I don't, like other than that, I don't know. Yeah.
The only way she would stop, because he ain't gonna stop. The only way she would stop is if she feels like it's hurting your relationship or you too much.
Yeah.
Now, you're not saying this is the case, but like if every night you were crying about it and you tell her, she would stop. You know, like I think she would stop.
Letter, maybe she'll stop.
Oh my god.
There are 2 reasons why. Just if you need kids first material.
But yeah. You have every right to be paranoid. That's for sure.
Sure.
Don't feel guilty for being paranoid.
Yeah.
That's the main
Imagine
thing
if you
about
do it to her. With like anybody. Well, not anybody, but you know, an ex. Any of the exes.
Yeah, man. All we're saying is just be careful at the party for sure.
I mean, in general too, like
Supply drop incoming.
like your expectations have to be shifted because of this in a way, because you know what I mean. Like you're hurting yourself if you're setting too high expectations for something like not to
Yeah.
happen at all when still contact. You know, like that's the one thing you can't control your expectations. Like you can't do shit like it's not for 5 years, and then like tomorrow if something happens at the park, like you know, could you see it coming? You probably say yeah afterwards, but beforehand you're like, oh, I never would think to do that, but.
Further collapse expected.
You know, don't be overly
Relocate to safe zone.
paranoid, but don't be like too trusty either. It's a good balance, but it's hard for a lot of people to find the middle, you know?
Yeah.
Most people are just overly paranoid.
Yeah.
But if I were you, I would just take it day by day, to be honest. Because you try to think about it in the big picture. The concern will probably be more of a concern, but take it day by day, just enjoying it with her and like everything in general, then it'll be easier to get past it, you know? So the problem with this is, like I said, when is it gonna end? You know, like he's not just
Yeah,
gonna stop. You know? Even she seems like she's been pissed. They've had many arguments and like they hate each other in a way. But like he's not gonna stop, and she just feels too guilty to stop. And partially, like I said, it's on you because you're not, I'd say, speaking up properly to say like, just like, you know, you gotta chill. Like I get her being guilty, but it's not really like her responsibility in a way. But, you know, in certain scenarios, like, if he doesn't have like a strong familyhood with like anybody, like nobody can prevent him from doing anything, then I could get why she'd want to be there. But even then, it's still like, I don't know.
I mean, look, the way I see it, the most you owe the dude, right, is like maybe an apology, right? Because like you gotta realize he is probably in pain over the fact that you took her. But like, there's limits to what's acceptable, you know?
No, I mean, wait, how did you take her though? Like, did you literally take her from him, or like, I need explanation on that.
Maybe. That's all you.
I guess not.
Further collapse
Oh.
expected. Travel to
I
indicated
guess we know
safe
the
zone.
answer now.
Hey Zeus.
Yo.
How Brandon mentioned that you kind of took her from him. Could you explain that?
In a way, right?
Brandon mentioned that.
In a way, I guess so, yeah. But like, it wasn't really, it wasn't my intention still, to be honest.
Okay.
So, all right. So the whole thing, right? It all, like, between me and her, this is how it started. So she met MD first, and through MD playing Cupid and stuff, he kind of like put me and her together. But the thing is that when he was playing Cupid and stuff like that, in the beginning, she was still in a relationship, and her and her boyfriend, Dylan, right, they were already like kind of on and off.
Wait, is it really? Oh my god, I think. No, I can't. Apparently, if you spin, they revive people faster. I think it's true.
What?
I'm so serious, I literally just saw it happen. Like, as in, I just literally saw that bar speed up as it started spinning.
Shit, I'm gonna have to try it.
We're gonna have to test it. Alright, continue on. Sorry about that.
You said they were kind of still in a relationship, I don't know. I think.
Oh yeah. So her and also at the beginning when MD was playing Cupid and stuff like that and putting me and her together, so her and her boyfriend, kind of like on and off, like, cause this nigga Dylan had done some like kind of like stupid stuff in the past, especially like towards the end of like their senior year, like there's probably doing some things that she didn't really like, and he was like basically kind of fucking up the whole relationship. And so yeah, MD started playing Cupid, and then what ended up happening was that her and their boyfriend were kind of getting on and like they were like on and off, and I guess me, I don't even know. I guess technically they kind of take her.
But did you know though?
Like it's like. I'd like to say like it was her making the decisions, like, because it kind of was, but it was also me making decisions. Like I didn't, I don't know.
I mean, at what point did you know, like,
At what point,
you know, like at what point did you know they were technically still a thing? Because that depends, you know, like that matters.
Oh, I knew there were, so whenever I knew that they were still a thing, I knew that I couldn't do anything because I wasn't right. Not because it's like I just didn't want to. I didn't want to look at this stupid. So like for example, there was this one night where they broke up for the first time, I think, through MD playing Cupid. It was the first time that they broke up. Yeah, around the time that MD started first playing as Cupid between us two, right? And we almost kissed, but we didn't. And the reason I didn't was because I didn't know that she was single. And then I was like, oh damn, like I didn't know I could have done anything. That was my chance. And then the next morning, literally the next morning after that, she got back with her boyfriend. And then I was like, oh shit, like thank God I didn't do shit, because then I'd feel like a dumbass right now. But then, yeah, so like, hold on, what was your question again? When did I know what?
Like at what point, like when you started talking to her at first, like the very first, did you know she was single or not?
I knew she had a boyfriend. Like she wasn't single until after.
Okay. So from my hearing, it's not. So you knew she had a boyfriend, but you weren't. So because of that, you were like, oh, let me chill. Like, oh, I'm gonna take the bitch.
Yeah.
No apology. If I mean, there could be. It's a lot more detailed than that, but like, this is just a terrible situation. But it could be fixed. It doesn't take some couple steps to fix all of this in general.
Like what exactly?
Just like her talking to her ex, or her ex talking to her, or whatever you want to say it, you know.
Yeah.
I think the key to what I said is she's not gonna stop unless it knows it hurts you. She's always gonna feel that guilt, whether it's right or wrong. So like, until you say, like, oh, it's really hurting me, I think about it often, blah blah blah, whatever you need to say, to get it across that holy shit that, you know, arbitration might need to end because of this. She's gonna be like, alright, I gotta stop. And it'll probably be hard first, probably like wonder like, oh, is he okay? Like, nah, like, you know.
Finally wanted to.
Exactly how we drilled
Nice.
it.
But
Hotel Sierra.
eventually she'll get over it. And even then, like, she'll probably might hit him up like every so often, but like it'll be better than like every day. And that's why we really need progression. Because not just go from like, you know, every day to like not at all for like a whole year. It's gotta gradually progress. So that's what I would say. But like I said, one of the biggest things is your expectations. So we be careful with that.
Yeah.
But it depends, like, you know, like what you're in it for. Like, you know, like people could be in a situation and be like, fuck it. You know, it's a risk, but I'm not really looking for leadership. I'm just in it for the pussy. You know, people could be saying that and be fine with it. You know, people could also be in it and be like, oh shit, I want to marry this girl. Like, you know, could go either way. Could be in the middle. You know, depends what you're looking for, really.
He's in it for the dick, man.
Oh shit! Plot twist. Oh shit!
Oh, God.
I'm not gonna say it.
Plot twist.
Wait,
Mighty's
so,
the dude. That's why his name's Mighty. Imagine.
she folded her penis in.
Ever told you what happened to my friend though? My friend was dating this girl in 8th grade, and it
Don't
wasn't
tell
until
me.
like sometime in high school where she finally admitted that she was a transgender. So that dude was kissing a dude the whole time.
Oh my! I thought that was gonna happen to me once, but then they told me that they almost went lesbian. I was like, okay, thank God. 'Cause
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you were a transgender. I'm like, God.
no.
I'm pretty,
no, like the girl
I'm
was like,
pretty sure
I
you're
gotta tell you
real.
something. She was like, I gotta tell you something, don't judge me. I'm like, the first thing on my mind is, please don't tell me that you fucking.
That's the first thing on your
guy.
mind? Oh,
Well,
okay.
maybe not. I don't know. I didn't think she worded it like that. She worded it weirdly. That's why I was like thinking, like, please don't tell me. I was like, and then she was like, oh no. Well, I didn't say that. She was just like, oh, I just for a while, like for like a month, I was thinking about going lesbian. I was like, oh okay. I was like happy with that compared to the other one. Like, oh my god, I thought it was so terrible. Like I would have had to leave just because it goes against.
Weird reason, because then if it tells you if he was a guy, then you'd be like, shit, maybe I'm gay. You know?
Fuck.
That's crazy. Alright. Are you down to play Monopoly or not? Too late.
It's up to you. I mean, I'm down. I'll see like 7 minutes. Maybe less.
To be honest, I'm like low-key knocking out, so I'm
I could too.
Yeah, I think you just... Wow, I'm still fucking broadcasting. I forgot.